Hi guys, Dorota International nail artist and educator here, and today in this video actually one of you requested to talk about the nail brushes, and I thought this is actually gonna be an amazing video, a video which will save your life because what I find it is when I start doing the nails I was struggling with the things, and one of those things was the sizes of the brushes I used or the type of the brush I have used. So I'm gonna quickly show you. So first of all, for picking up the product, ideally you want some spatula, because if you pick up the product with the brushes, you kind of can damage them, they get loaded with lots of product and that can damage the brushes. I know sometimes for the quickness I do it as well, but ideally you want to use always some spatula for picking up the products. And then another thing I want to show you regarding the nail art brushes is the size of them. Okay, so let me just clean my detailer brush and then the D-liner brush. Nice squeaky clean. And you can see the size difference of those brushes. Okay, one is much longer and one is much shorter, but they both for nail art. My biggest problem when I started doing the nails was I was using this tiny brush for everything. Okay, so if I wanted to paint, say example like outlines, I would pick up this tiny wee brush and I would go and start painting the lines. And what would happen is because the brush is so small, you can see it, I can only do a small amount, and each time I would pick up maybe a different amount of the product. It would be easier for me to mess up with the line as well, and it was taking ages, like I couldn't paint it. You can see it, like it really takes a long time. But if you've got the right brush and you prep it, the life is gonna be much easier. Okay, so let me grab the D-liner brush, do a couple number 8s, because this is the best way to prep up your brush, doing number 8s. This way you can see that the brush bends really nicely in any direction. You can also load quite a lot of product on your brush, full load of the product on your brush, and this way when you've got just so little product all the way through the brush, you're able basically to pull through with the full body of the brush. Even when I'm talking now, you can pull through really nice line. Okay, so when you've got too short brush, you cannot achieve a nice line. And this way the line is much cleaner. I'm just gonna do it all the way rounded just to show you that. Obviously on the curves I find that usually the detailer brush would be better, but there is no point of swapping the brushes in such a design. And then we've got clean edge in here, and I can do the entire line. That's too much product. Here I had also another comment on one of the videos that if someone has too much product, it's kind of struggling painting nice and thin lines. So if you want to remove the excess of this product, you need to drag your brush. Okay, if you drag your brush, you get a nice clean tip. All the way through, the product is at the same level. Full body of the brush. And this way we can paint nice clean line. Okay, and then go to the edges. And I'm gonna show you also picking up of the product. I think it is really worth to do it was really worth to do a separate video regarding the nail art brushes and picking up of the product. Okay, so I've got nice, maybe not the perfect one, but we need more time. That's another thing, like, is the time, the longer you paint it, the nicer you can get. Now I'm just gonna cook that tip so I can show you later on another things with the brushes. So let's do maybe some swirly work. Okay, now the D-liner brush is quite nice for some parts of the swirly work. So if I want to go And if I want to do it like on kind of small bend, small swirl, this brush will be perfect. And you can either load it straight, it will paint different, or you can load it with the blob. You can see it now, I've got like a wee blob on my brush. And painting with the blobs is amazing because you leave more product and then you can leave less product. But because the brush is so long, I wouldn't be able to paint it like an entire rounded shape because the brush could flick at that time. So for half a swirls like this ones, the D-liner brush is perfect, okay? But if I want to paint a complete swirl bit, I would use the detailer brush because looks, it behaves different. Okay, so with this one I can do like a full swirl. I'm gonna actually destroy this tip because I want to show you that. The difference in painting the swirl now with this one. Can you see that the brush is so long and you're having less control over it? I think this line is much cleaner. That's this one, and I did it slowly. If I would go fast, I'm actually gonna show you. The brush, because of the speed, can flick and destroy your design. Okay, so for very rounded shapes, the detailer brush would be a better option. Here I have also wiped away over the sugar, so you can see it that the sugar can be wiped with the products and nothing is going to happen. Another thing I really badly wanted to show you as well, it was the wrong pickup of the product. Okay, so here I've got far too much product, and when I'm gonna try to paint a thin line, it cannot happen. Like, you know, this line isn't thin because I've got lots of product. But when I clean this product off, but still pick it up nice and even through the entire length of the brush, your line goes nice and thinner, and it's also pretty even. You know, it doesn't have like sharp edges. Let me compare it again to this brush. So painting a line with that brush, you can see it. It's much more difficult because I don't have the full body of the brush. It's too short, so D-liner brush creates a much nicer lines. The size of the brushes, I think that's pretty crucial as well. So I do not actually, maybe I do own, yes I do own, so this is my gem picker brush, like a really destroyed brush. It's still fine brush, but you can see it like how tiny the Tyler brush, how slim it is compared to like on other brushes. So you can paint like a really tiny bit, and I can show you that, say example on a snowflake, because the snowflake is almost screaming in there. Dotting tool will be your next thing. You need to have it on your desk because it's very crucial for placing a dots. If we do dots with our brush, look what is happening. So I've got here the Tyler brush, and I'm gonna place a dot. Look at the tip of the brush. The tip of the brush, so first of all, it doesn't give you that clean line dot if you want to make it bigger, but you also bending the tip of your brush, and this way you can destroy it. I sometimes use it, but you can see it, the bend on my tip now. You can actually really see it just after one dot that I've got a tiny wee bend at the end. To straighten that bend, you have to kind of redirect your brush into a straight line, and then the bend will get fixed. Also look at the thickness of the line. So here the brush looks almost empty, and I can paint an extremely thin detail. Okay, so that's why it's called the Tyler. Look at the thickness of those lines, like really nice and tiny. So perfect, like if you would paint eyelashes or the other stuff. But let's pull that snowflake quickly. I definitely will be doing more of those videos because I think I need to talk. So look at the amount of the product now. Nice and thin, like this is such a thin line. If I would have markers, I could actually even show you that on the pens or markers. That's if you've got thick marker, you're not gonna paint thin lines, like you know, and it's the same kind of thing with the brushes. Now let me just put some dots in there. And then blobs again. So some of you struggling picking up blobs. You can see it, I've got like a wee tiny blob, guys. And with this blob, I can pull it really nice shape. So I don't have a straight line anymore. I've got a nice blobby shape. You want that's a tiny wee blob on your brush. So picking up the products is really crucial as well. Now I'm just dipping in my product, my brush in the product rather than dragging it. So straight line, you drag it. Blobs, you just touch it. And honestly, the Tyler brush is a perfect option for like those kind of the tiled work for snowflakes and things like that. And then the D-liner, I would use it for outside. So if you can swap your brushes, you would save yourself lots of time. Let me grab the other tip I've got in here without of destroying that one. Watercolor brush. Okay, so there is another nail art brush which I tend to use quite a lot, and this one is called watercolor brush. Mine have been used, you can see it, I've got some product on it. But look at, again, look at the size of the brush. So the D-liner brush, I would say is the kind of similar length, but this one has many more hairs inside. So imagine now we are gonna paint let's say a heart shape, okay? Imagine, I'm gonna clean that off from this no, I'm gonna do it in black for a change. So imagine we are trying to paint, or maybe even a face. Yes, I've got some gel polish here on my desk. This one is see-through, so I'm not gonna get a good coverage, but I just want to show you, if I want to paint a face, okay, let's pick up the D-liner brush. Now to fill up all that rounded shape with my tiny brush, the D-liner is not too bad because it still has quite a lot of hairs. So I would say I have pulled it pretty fast. Now with the Tyler brush, because it's much smaller, look, you can only bring in so much product. This is gonna take ages, and I'm really trying to paint like fast as possible. Look also how many joints lines I've got in here. So the size of the brush really matters. So for painting like a very big detail, guys, or bringing in lots of product, the watercolor brush would be fantastic because you can bring in lots of product in, and basically with 3-4 movements of the brush you've got the hit. Much better. The shadowing can be done much faster as well with those kind of large brushes. So save yourself a time and have different sizes of the brushes depending on what kind of nail art you are doing. So there we are. Watercolor brush, you can use it for acrylic paints, for like large detail, for I also love to do like some sort of larger petals like flowers. You can see it, the brush is gonna create a really nice smudges here, like veins almost. Look at this. It looks quite nice and gives you a different type of nail art. Okay, we wouldn't be able to paint that with smaller brushes, but at the same time with the big brush we cannot paint a very small detail. So you can see it. I actually quite like those wee feathered parts. And then we can use a finer brush to add in detail. So if you connect two types of brushes, you can get a really nice, interesting looks on your nail art. And you save yourself so much time. Okay. I'm not trying to paint like on very pretty designs. I'm mainly showing you kind of lines and types of the brushes. In the next video, guys, I think I have covered pretty string hair. Maybe I show you that one as well. So sometimes it does happen that we've got like very bad hair which can stick out. What you do is you prep your brush in number 8s. Mine might not stick out, but you can also see it. This is another subject I'm gonna cover. Gosh, I'm terrible. I could talk to you for hours. No, mine didn't pull any string hair, but sometimes what is happening, the brush might give you like a single strand hair, and it is happening when you're doing a number 8. Then you would just take a cuticle nipper. Oh, there we are. So I've got like a strand hair here, like sticking out ones. And if it doesn't belong to the rest of your body, you would just trim it. Then go again, do your number 8s. And this way you can create a perfect brush. Even if you do not own, say, example, D-liner brush, you could do it yourself, okay? So when I was testing brushes for our range, I had a different size of brushes, and I was playing, trimming hairs, like trying to find the right amount of the bristles, just to make the job nice. So if you're the owner of those kind of large brushes, you can do number 8s and keep cutting those strand hairs until you receive a really nice and fine brush. You can really do that, guys, and it will work for your brushes. In the next video, if you're interested, would love to show you the gel brushes, because that was my big struggle as well. On the beginning, I have used wrong type of brush and was making my life really difficult, and I want to make your life nice and easy. Also, if you do not have a set of the good brushes and you would like to owning one of them, you can grab them from our website. We do post international, and those kind of 3 brushes for a nail art are really crucial to make your life nice and easy. Anyway, guys, I hope I have teach you something with that video, and you have really enjoyed it. I know it's different. I didn't show you nails, I didn't show you nail art, but this theory is very crucial and important in your nail technician journey. Now I'm sending you huge glittery hugs and looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!